Destruction, sorry. Also, destruction is not that obvious because it's not sufficient to just delete, files from the laptop or from your hard drive, because there is always a way through suitable technology to retrieve it. So there must be a way to securely dispose of confidential data. Okay, so this was just an overview about the challenges. I would like then to give an overview of a bit from our experience about the data protection framework. Okay, so typically is the fact that it's not only about implementing technologies, and you really, as usual, in the majority of the cases, you need to perform a proper analysis of the environment. I will have the next slide is a little more detailed on this. Then on the implementation, to select and implement processes and technologies, and then eventually how to ensure that once the solution is implemented, is regularly monitored and operated. Okay? So a little more details on this. So on the data gathering side, first of all is identifying, locating all the critical data. And this exercise is not trivial and obvious at all, because very often it's not just about what is inside an application, but you need to actually track where the data are treated legitimately by different users. Yeah. When we enter into the data loss prevention case study, there is actually a way where sometimes you can first implement the solution to help you actually better understand the reality of your situation. Then typically we need to conduct a risk assessment to understand, okay, let me understand what is the business impact in case of loss of my data. Typically it's done in terms of confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Although, of course, a lot of attention is especially on the confidentiality. And then typically performing a threat and vulnerability assessment to understand the likelihood of some events to occur. Then you need to prioritize, of course, the risk, perform a kind of gap analysis, and then come with the recommendation. So in terms of implementing, defining a strategy, and also the organization, then implementation of tools, data loss prevention example. I'll talk a bit about also the e-discovery. And then it's important in the monitoring the effectiveness, of course, to do awareness. Yeah? You cannot just start implementing these solutions without informing, for instance, all the end users about their responsibilities. And typically it's awareness for different level of responsibility. End user have lower, let's say, responsibilities, but maybe, I don't know, you will have categories of users dealing with the highly sensitive data, and these people need to be properly informed and trained about this. And then, of course, you have also your administrators. And then the overall monitoring of the effectiveness. Kind of transversal to this life cycle, we also have some specialized areas. Data loss prevention, I will talk later on. We already talked a bit about risk assessment. Certain companies have pressure to implement PCI DSS, typically if they are dealing with cards. Very often is with the retailers, for instance. I wanted to talk a little bit about e-discovery. For one of the clients I'm currently working at the moment, for instance, they have big pressure to have the ability to provide quickly, for instance, to court a lot of relevant data in case of an investigation. And this is a big challenge for them because they are a global company, so each country has a different regulation. And so they need to have a solution to quickly identify and look for data. For instance, I don't know, there was a data leakage, there is somebody suing this company, they need to be able to quickly retrieve emails related to this topic. And they need also to define some easy defined keywords for such a search. Okay, the other thing is just to understand how complex can be the, let's say, the environment and the set of technologies which can support data protection. We are talking about the majority actually of the security technologies, but starting, for instance, from identity and access management and strong authentication, it is evident that if you have strong control on who has access to what, who are the users, you mitigate anyway the risk of unauthorized access to data. This is clear. Similarly with the strong authentication like smart cards or biometrics. There is an interesting category of solutions. This is more for the protection of structured data inside databases, which is database security protection and audit. So there are solutions like Imperva or Guardium, for instance, in the market. Basically, they are in the middle between the user and the database, and they are able to perform some advanced analysis of the access and the logs, trying to understand if somebody is performing an operation which is in conflict with security policies. The reason why they developed these solutions is also because having audit inside the database sometimes is a bit heavy on the performance of the solution. Then we move into information rights management, or what I called before enterprise rights management, digital rights management. So these are solutions to protect instead unstructured data, so the files once they are exported. Example like there is Microsoft IRMS, there is Oracle Information Rights Management. So this solution basically enforces through advanced form of encryption policies to be sure that only legitimate users can have access to a file. So typically this rely also some plugins on the endpoints on the desktop or laptops. And one of the good things of this is that, for instance, if a person leaves the company, you can revoke the access. So this is good for a person who is maybe leaving and going to the competition. They had all this data, but then they will not be able to use them afterwards. Now it's obvious that if they start doing something before leaving the company, you need to have a better way of controlling. But still, this mitigates a number of risks. Then there are also, a solution for data retention, for policy compliance, and so on. And very important is the overall log management. So, if you like, database security audit is specialized for databases, but having solutions like, ArcSight or Envision from RSA, these are solutions which can centralize audit logs from all different platforms, and with the advanced logic they can detect misbehavior and escalate alarms. Okay, this is just an overview of some of the assets. When we say assets, let's say part of our methodology which can help us in the analysis, implementation of such solutions. And then briefly on the case study, just to enter a bit in the area of the data loss prevention. Okay, so this is a recent project. Actually, I would say the first phase of a project. There will be, an evolution about a major telecommunication provider in Central Eastern Europe. They actually wanted to protect unstructured confidential data, such as customer data, personal data, strategic information. And the important thing of such solution, we see more details on data loss prevention, is that not only they protect, but they can help you automatically classify documents on your behalf. It is very important because it's very difficult for the majority of the users to classify new documents or even existing documents. So, of course, such solution will not be always bulletproof, but at least they can classify properly the majority of the cases, and then the human being can add and verify that this is done in the proper way. And again, because without proper classification, then you actually do not have an effective way for prevention and, let's say, mitigating the risks. So the project solution was based on Symantec Vontu version 10 data loss prevention product. The implementation included the key components, we'll see in more details, of the solution, network monitor, to monitor confidential data in transit. So typically web browsing by HTTP and email, but can be more than that, with the FTP for instance. Network discover, and this is to discover confidential data on servers. So again, we are talking about mainly files. So it will be SharePoints, it will be file servers. Because very often people think, okay, I control, my HTTP file, on the web. If they do not go via email or through my endpoint, I'm covered. The problem is that a lot of confidential data might reside already in your network somewhere, and you don't know where. Yeah. And for the endpoint, we need discover and also prevent.